As we will already discuss and started the chapter vector control of induction motor drive in the previous class. The next topic in this chapter in this vector control is the space vector. The principle of vector control can be easily understood if the concept of space vector is used. Basically, vector control में हम flux control और torque control दो दो चीज़ों को हम कंट्रोल करते हैं. फ्लक्स कंट्रोल या वेक्टर टॉर्क कंट्रोल करने के लिए जो हमारे पास पैरामीटर्स हैं, इट इज स्टेटर करंट, वोल्टेज, फ्रीक्वेंसी. हम बेसिकली स्टेटर वोल्टेज जो है उसको उसके डी और क्यू कंपोनेंट एस्टिमेट करके उनको कंट्रोल करके हम फ्लक्स कंट्रोल या टॉर्क कंट्रोल मेथड को यूज में लेते. स्पेस वेक्टर जो है, स्पेस वेक्टर बेसिकली मेथड है to divide the stator current in the D and Q axis component. The space vector model of an induction motor is described. The stator current space vector is given as Is is equals to Ias e raised to power j0 plus Ibs e raised to power j 2 pi by 3 Ics plus e raised to power j 4 pi by 3. इस इक्वेशन में जो Is है, Is is a vector which is the sum of phase A current, phase B current, phase C current, and as we know that the each phase are 120 degree apart to each other. Is we assume that it is at the angle of 0, Bs 2 pi by 3 and Cs 4 pi by 3. Similarly, the space vector has a constant amplitude and rotate at a synchronous speed. The dq0 model is obtained. Basically, in the space vector, we will convert the ABC to DQ and DQ to ABC. This transformation has named as a Burke transformation and the Clark transformation. In the D-axis and Q-axis, in this equation we will convert the ABC reference frame to the DQ reference frame. So ID, IQ, it is equal to the 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 0 minus root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2, 1, 1, 1, and IA, IB, IC. Here the current ABC are phased to obtain the balance, thus I not IAS plus IBS plus ICS is equals to 0. DQ 0, I0 is 0. So we can say that we will convert the ABC to DQ reference frame. Similarly, we can get the voltage in also the DQ reference frame, quadrature axis and direct axis, to the value of, if we know the value of VAS, VBS and VCS, or we have the knowledge about the phase component. Again, for the balance system, V naught is equals to VS plus VBS plus VCS is equals to 0. So from this equation, we will convert the ABC to DQ reference frame, and by using the similar equation, we can also convert by taking the inverse of this matrix. We can get the DQ to ABC reference frame. So from the stator current, we will estimate the quadrature axis and direct axis current and voltage. Or we can say that suppose we take the D axis as a reference frame, then Vs is equals to Vds plus J into Vqs, because D axis and Q axis are 90 degree apart. Similar, the definition of stator current and stator voltage, we can also get the flux in the same DQ reference frame. As we know that lambda s is equals to 2 by 3, lambda as, lambda bs e raised to power j 2 pi by 3, and lambda cs e raised to power j 4 pi by 3. And in terms of inductance, we can write lambda s is equals to ls into is plus lmm into ir. Ls is the total three-phase stator current. Lmm is the three-phase magnetizing inductance. Or we can write that in the dq reference frame, lambda s is equals to lds plus j lqs. So this is the all about the space vector. Then transformation of space vector from one reference frame to another reference frame. In an induction motor, the current flow in both stator and rotor winding. Since the rotor winding of an induction motor are short circuited, the voltage in these windings are zero. For two-phase machine, if rotor quantities in the rotor reference frame are considered, the rotor current space vector can be written as basically two reference frame are there, rotor reference frame and stator reference frame. So if we consider the rotor reference frame, then rotor current IR equal to the IRD plus J IRQ, rotor DXS component plus rotor current QXS component, where R is a suffix indicate the rotor reference frame. If the reference frame and stator reference frame are in alignment, then IR will be same in the stator reference frame. However, if the rotor reference frame makes an angle theta R with the stationary stator reference frame, then the rotor current space vector, if the rotor and stator current are in the same alignment, then we can set the rotor current equal to the stator reference frame current. If there is a difference, there is an angle between the rotor reference frame and stator reference frame by an angle theta, and we want to convert the stator reference frame current or rotor reference frame current to the stator reference frame current, then IRS, S is the fix is used for the stator reference frame. There is R, it is for the rotor reference frame. So rotor current in the stator reference frame equal to the IRD plus J IQR into cos theta IR plus J sin theta R. Or we can say, if we solve it, we can say that IRD in IRS. This is a rotor current in the stator reference frame equal to the cos theta IR minus sin theta R, sin theta R cos theta R in IRD into IRQ R. Means from this equation, we can convert the rotor current. We can convert the rotor current into the stator reference frame. So this is how we can convert the stator reference frame quantities to the rotor reference frame and rotor reference frame quantity to the stator reference frame. This is the representation that how the angle theta is there. So lambda s similar to the current, we can also convert the flux and other quantity to the rotor and stator reference frame. These the equations for the lambda d in the stator reference frame, lambda q in the stator reference frame, lambda s in the stator reference frame. So the total flux linkage of the stator winding due to the current in the rotor winding, only substituting the value, so we can get the total flux linkage also. So these are the equation for the flux for the stator and rotor reference frame. The torque Te is equals to 3 by 2 into P by 2 Lm Lr into lambda dr s into IQs. From this knowledge, this equation, we can say that if we control the value of IQ, the torque may be controlled. And if lambda d excess flux, if we control, then we can also control the torque. So these equation represent the basically the torque and flux in terms of d and q axis current, stator and rotor current. So this is the transformation of the reference frame. And now we come on the principle of vector control. Vector control in induction motor is implemented by independently controlling the torque component, field component of the stator current through a coordinated change in the supply voltage, amplitude, phase, and frequency. Basically, the parameter are what are the parameter? The parameter are the voltage amplitude. We can change the voltage or phase, frequency, current. So the induction motor with vector control is able to give performance compatible to DC machine. The field oriented control concept implies that the current component supplied to the machine should be split into flux component and torque component. Basically, we divide the current component, stator current, into the flux component and torque component. Flux component is responsible for controlling the flux, or and the torque component is responsible for the controlling the torque. So basically, we can split. We split the current into the flux component and the torque component in the vector control method. And the relationship for that we have already discussed in the previous topic. In this previous topic, the flux component of the current is oriented in phase with the rotor flux vector, and the torque component is oriented with the quadrature with it. Means the torque component is the d-axis component, quadrature axis component, the q component, and the flux component is the d-axis. Basically, we the for vector control of induction motor, we consider the dq reference frame, and the d and q axis frame. The quantities of d axis and q axis is responsible for the flux control and the torque control, where the sinusoidal quantities behave like DC quantity study. The torque of the induction motor in terms for space phasor quantity can be obtained. So this is the equation. This is the equation for the torque of the induction motor. We can see that the torque component, if we control the q axis current component, then we can control the torque component. We can control the torque component. So in induction motor, the stator current phasor IS produces the rotor flux lambda r and the torque. The stator phasor current IS has produced the two part. One is the rotor flux component and another is the torque component. The component of the stator current producing the flux is in phase with the rotor flux lambda IDS, and the current IQ is responsible for production of the torque. So we say that there is a two component d axis and q axis current, and IQS or current q axis current is responsible for production of the torque. So by controlling this, we can control the torque. So this is the theory all about it. Basically, this is the field oriented control method. This is the field oriented control method for the induction motor drive, and you as per the syllabus you can directly, if you can directly come on this topic also, but you don't get the knowledge about the dx and qx and other things, so we will discuss in the detail it. But if as per the exam point of view, if the field oriented control method is uh, come in your exam, then you can also describe by this block diagram. You can also describe the method by using the block diagram. So this is the block diagram for the field oriented control method. Basically, this is the induction motor, and there is an inverter, and the feedback current, or we can say that ABC current is feedback from the motor supply. This is the ABC current. This is the ABC to DQ. This block is ABC to DQ, and this DQ current is supplied to the reference current IDS and IQS, and the error signal is used to control the flux and torque. And by the controlling the flux and torque, we again give the supply or by adding the angle theta, by changing the angle theta, we can again convert the supply, again convert the current into 2 to the 3. 2 to 3 means dq to abc, and this abc current is used to supply to the inverter. So by using these two blocks, flux control and torque control, and how we control the flux and torque? By controlling the d axis and q axis current, we can control the flux and torque, and by controlling the flux and torque, we can control the supply to the inverter, or we can say we can control the speed of induction motor. So this is the field oriented control scheme. This is the whole about the field oriented control scheme. And second method is the direct vector control method. Second method is the direct vector control method, DTC. One is the FOC and another one the DTC. In the direct vector control of induction motor, when the flux linkage signal is acquired directly by the sensor. In this method, this is a separate method, and in this method, we use the sensor for controlling the uh, torque. So direct vector control of induction motor, where the flux linkage signal is acquired directly by the sensor, require a specially designed motor equipped with the Hall effect sensor or coil. In this method or direct vector control method, we will take the signal directly using the sensors. I will come on the block diagram. This is the motor and this is the sensor, and we will sense the signal. We will take the speed reference and give to the reference speed, and this error in the speed is given to the speed controller, and through the PI controller we will uh, change the magnitude and angle of the flux and voltage, flux and torque control, and then we will give again to the current command to the inverter. So basically the main difference is the in this method we will take the sensors, Hall effect sensor. In this method, here it will be assumed that the position of rotor flux linkage vector lambda r is known, and it is an angle theta r, theta f from the stationary reference frame as shown in the diagram. The stator current is makes an angle theta s with the stator reference frame and an angle theta t with the rotor flux linkage. So current is responsible for production of the rotor flux lambda r and the torque t. The component of current producing the rotor flux has to be in phase with the lambda r. Thus, if is resolved in d axis into m axis component, the field producing component, the component along with the q axis, and the torque producing component and the torque producing component. So basically, we will convert the d axis and q axis component, and which is responsible for the field and the torque controlling. So this is the description of the block diagram. A block diagram of the direct vector control scheme shown in figure. The desired speed is given as the reference speed omega r star. This speed is compared with the actual rotor speed, which is sensed through the sensor. So the error is amplified in the speed control amplifier, which may be a PI controller. So you can see that in this block diagram, the reference speed and the actual reference speed and the actual speed is processed through the speed controller and the PI controller. Basically, the error is produced is error is uh, the error is amplified, basically amplified in the speed control amplifier, which may be PI controller. The output of the speed controller serves the reference point to the inner torque loop, and this is the second loop. This is the outer speed loop, and this is the inner torque loop. So output of the speed loop, basically, which is the error signal of the speed, is used as the reference torque to the inner torque loop. The reference torque is compared with the prevailing value of torque to get the torque error. This error is processed to generate the reference torque producing component of the stator current IR. So the torque error, basically the torque error is processed to generate the reference torque. In the same way, the rotor flux linkage lambda t is also obtained from the rotor speed by absolute value function generator. So basically we generate the reference flux and reference torque using the direct sensing of the parameters. Then this the error generated from the flux comparator is used to generate reference flux producing component of stator current. The phasor addition of IF and IT, phase I field and IT is the stator current reference IS. Angle IF and IT is torque angle theta T. If angle theta F can be obtained, angle between the rotor flux and stator flux is known. So basically we control the parameter of ID and IQ and we can get the we can control the speed of the motor. So this is all about the vector control of induction motor drive. There are two methods for the vector control of induction motor drive. One is the FOC, field oriented control, and another one is the DTC. So from this we end the meeting and we will discuss the remaining part in the next class.